Hey everybody, welcome to Nerfcast. This is Josh.
And me.
Yeah, and him. Sorry about the mix-up this week. Like I said in the War Room video, we're going to be back on schedule now. We'll be back to every 2 weeks from this point. Not the usual every 2 weeks. We're not going to do like 2 of these a week from each other. There's not enough to talk about, guys. Really not. We had our what happened?
No,
there you
cool.
go.
We're good.
You disappeared. We had our war this last week, not this weekend when we're recording this. Anyway, it was good. It was a good war. A lot of fun stuff. It was a little bit different. We had some. This is the first event where we had a lot of rival out. I think the first one we had 1 or 2 people running it. This one we had like 3, 4, something like that.
Didn't you guys have a whole team the first game?
So the first, we called it like the rival team because all of the dudes who brought rival just ended up being on the same team. It was not planned. We randomized it with, cards. So like all, like half of the team almost was just rival, people running rival stuff. And it cleaned up in the, in like the bridge area, which is really more close combat skirmish.
Yep.
Oh man. Other team was just like, dude, can't even, It helps to hit what you're aiming at.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a year and a half now.
I know it.
It helps to hit, definitely, especially because that Zeus can spam and aim.
Right, that is crazy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if I got tagged by rival or not. I remember one of our buddies was had a full auto Zeus, and I was hiding behind one of the bushes. And he missed me with it, and I just got like the luckiest shot on him. I was like, boop.
It's gonna be, I'm telling you, off season they already started making them online.
Yep.
Someone's gonna come up with a really ingenious way to hopper a Zeus, and it's gonna be game over.
Oh, like an adjustable hopper, you mean? Or a hop up?
No, not hop up. No, hopper like a paintball.
Just put a paintball hopper.
Large capacity hopper for the Zeus.
Oh, I got you.
On full auto because the burst mode is nice. Like, yeah, dude, it's gonna as soon as someone figures out how to hold like a 50 to 100, game over.
Oh, totally. So the dude we had that was running full auto was like, it's great, except for the fact that you're out of ammo so quickly.
Right.
Like that's the only thing that kills it.
Right.
Other than that, that thing is scary. It was just like, brrr. Oh, that's like 8 rounds coming at me. Holy crap.
I wonder if someone could do like a hopper, like maybe something a little like electric, where it still goes in from the side. So like think of a pipe, goes in from the side, comes out at a right angle, and like the rampage, the hoppers parallel to the side of the blaster on your on your outside hand.
I don't know. I mean, from my understanding, most of them are gravity fed, so it has to be higher and then go down and through, and you disappear to get. Oh, there you're back.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. But
I'm saying that's why I would say electric. So you're force feeding, so the system force feeds through the hopper.
Oh, dude, that'd be nuts.
Like so it's like you as soon as you pull the trigger, it pushes something, and then it pushes through. As soon as you close the trigger, it stops pushing.
It's like the pusher motor on a rapid strike, right?
Yes.
You pull the trigger, and the pusher motor starts going. So it's the same difference.
Instead of pushing individuals, like you create a certain length, so you wouldn't be able to do full auto, but you make it longer, so it's pushing multiple balls, say up to 8 at a time. So as long as you have it open, it pushes, and as soon as you stop, it pulls it back. I don't know. Something.
Oh, I was thinking just flywheels. Like you just have flywheels, like pushing the balls down into like the.
Yeah, I'm just like man. Or, I mean, if you don't want to do like full crazy auto, and you want to do longer bursts, you could always have something feed the tube. So the tube holds, say, 8.
Right.
So you empty the tube, and then it releases 8 more.
That'd be pretty interesting.
Second, and then does it again. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that.
Right.
But if you keep it the hopper parallel on your outside hand, it's not looking all janky on top and unwieldy.
Right.
It'd be like rocking a rampage with a big drum.
No, I feel it. Dude,
that would be
dang.
Oh my god, that would be freaking awesome.
I don't know. I'm really excited to see what else they do with Rival. For their initial run of a product, this is really amazing.
Yeah,
compared to their other.
It's the ammo. Everything is the ammo. Like we've been saying this for like 2 years now.
Well, I mean,
the
I
platforms are
agree.
all good because I mean, basically we have a Springer and a flywheel blaster.
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense. My point is like, so if you look at the other lines that they've tried, I mean, not counting Rebel because it's basically just regular darts, but like Mega, its initial launch sucked, right? Centurion.
Yeah.
Um,
People like the
Vortex.
Magnus though a lot. People love the Magnus.
So people love the Magnus, but I feel like the Magnus, I still feel like it was not meant to come in at the price point it did. But when they didn't sell Centurions, they just dropped it to try to keep the line alive, and it's worked a little bit. But even then, I would say maybe half the blasters are usable in the Mega line.
Mega Round 2 is better. Mega Round.
Yeah, I mean the Roto Fury and the Cyclone Shock are amazing. And then the Magnus is so good.
Thunderbow's kind of fun.
Thunderbow's fun. I mean,
but it's not great.
It's really fun. It's just not good.
The Mega Ammo, I think it's better than Elite. I mean, slightly.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just looking at their previous releases. There's that, and then I honestly don't even remember what Vortex released with. But I mean, even throughout its entire lifespan, for the most part, nothing has been great enough to really have people like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. There's been like 2 or 3 good blasters.
The Boom Nitrons are fun.
So Nitron is awesome when you mod it, which is, I mean, other than that, I mean,
but I think the disc inherently the discs were the problem because in open outside, they're just not good enough.
Right. I mean, but that was the thing though. They're very accurate. They're just so slow.
Right, and they're slow quick. I think Rival suffers from the same slowdown, just it takes longer.
Right. Those things are slow, like almost like out the gate. 50. Your initial velocity just starts dropping immediately when it leaves the barrel.
So like Vortex looks like it was meant. I mean, the rounds are good. They're still more accurate than Nerf darts, probably within 20 feet. Maybe 30, but they slow down so quick.
Oh, for sure. They're definitely dodgeable.
Yeah. Rival's dodgeable too. I think after 50, Rival kind of falls off, but
certainly
compared to Elite, it doesn't matter because I'd still rather shoot at I still rather be shooting straight at 50 feet slower than I don't know what the hell's gonna happen.
Right after like 30,
unless you're just flywheel master race and your plan is to spam the world.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I know we had some of that happening at our game where someone was like, "Oh, it took you like 10 shots to hit me with your pulp blaster. It sucks." Well, you've been spamming and I'm still alive. So
after Paul got his rocket tag to finish Missile Quest,
yes, you will see that on JGular's channel soon. By the way.
Yeah. So after Paul finished Missile Quest against me, because I was the last person out, I tried to make it the last game. I feel bad, America. I apologize.
It's okay.
I couldn't do it.
We know.
But I still made it to last. So amongst the people that got tagged, I'm still the best.
Yes, and there you go.
So he had a couple near misses during the game. But then after that, we get into a one-on-one. We're at about 40 feet, his strife versus me.
Right.
And he unloaded 2 clips, and I managed to dodge 2 clips of elite darts at between 30 and 40 feet engagement. It was funny as all get out. And I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. Then watching the Rival rounds at that distance, I'm like, oh my, this is Gen 2 is gonna be. I mean, because let's face it, the blasters are kind of fugly, right? They're boxy.
They're definitely boxy, and I mean, there's definitely a lot of room for improvement. And
a lot of dead space. They could definitely slim those things down a little bit. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see them bring back the dart tag, the big swarm gun.
The swarm fire,
and redo the front end for Rival.
I
feel like Rival should have that smooth exterior.
That would be cool.
Like Dart Tag had that smooth, futuristic look.
Yeah, I mean, I see what they're doing. They're trying to really differentiate the aesthetics of every line, I think, which is cool. I get it. I appreciate what they're doing.
I love it.
You know, we'll see. I like the variety.
The ammo's fantastic.
Yeah, the ammo's great.
Yeah, the ammo's fantastic.
It's it's really changing things up. I'm not gonna say like, oh, you go out there and like as soon as one Rival blaster hit the field, it was a game changer. But I mean, You
Sure,
know,
it only took one game for them to make an impact, though. Second game, that's pretty good.
yeah, I mean, when you got a lot of people running them together, it definitely changes things up. Definitely
Yeah.
changes things up.
I would like to have seen a whole rival. What would be really comparable would be a rival team
mhm.
versus a team using like Kusher full vinyl jackets to see how it works out.
Yeah,
That'd be
yeah,
a real
definitely.
that'd be a real good test because rival versus elite. I don't care what your mod is. I'll take a team of rival versus a team of elite darts.
Oh yeah, if we're talking stock streamlines, for sure.
I
Or
mean, you
elite,
could
elite
blasters can
streamlines.
be modded. Yeah, the blasters can be modded however you want. I'll
Oh
take
yeah,
them. I mean, the only thing you can win on is a couple of rapid pistols with ROF, but
yeah. Oh, certainly, certainly. I mean, but if we're talking modded blasters, then you could just modded Zeus.
did
And you've got-
anyone using a rival blaster exceed the ammo limit that we have on darts or no?
I don't think so, but I didn't really count.
I
I mean,
saw 412 was the most I saw.
anybody that had rival was bringing it themselves, so
Right.
I didn't. I wasn't paying enough attention.
I'm wondering if they theoretically only had an advantage because of ammo count.
I highly doubt it. I don't think that anybody was exceeding what we had set in place for darts, and I don't know. I don't think so.
Good.
Because I saw people trying to get them afterwards. Like, where's all my rifle ammo? Oh god, it's so expensive.
Yeah, and that if the cheap stuff isn't as good, it's not going to work. It's like the
Yeah,
reverse of
Drac
Nerf darts.
did a review of the cheap stuff of the Chinese knockoffs. I guess I don't even know if they're Chinese knockoffs. They were on Amazon, right?
Yeah,
They're
they're on
like
Amazon.
Prime shipping. I guess they were really cheap when they first hit, and then they've continued to get more expensive as they've sold more and more.
Yep. That makes sense. They probably are Chinese knockoffs, and someone bought them in bulk and then decided to put them on Amazon.
Yeah. So apparently they're a little denser. They definitely don't fly as far. They're just not as good all around. So that sucks.
I'll have to rip mine out. I'll have to rip mine out and see, because I only really care if they're as good at 30, 40 feet. I don't particularly care over distance.
That's true. Yeah. I mean, you definitely have to do some testing.
Yeah.
But if you haven't seen that video, go check out Drac's channel. Check out his video on it. That's where I saw it. I don't know if anybody else has done a review of them.
I think someone else did, but yeah, I heard about it on Drac's channel.
Yeah, Rival's got a lot of stuff going for it. Bobo just did some reviews of some 3D printed Rival stuff, which is pretty cool.
I did.
He gave us a shout out, so thanks. Thanks, Bobo. Loving it. We got to get you back on here one of these days. Yeah, we actually plan one of these.
Man, that's cute.
Yeah,
Cute.
Planning is rough. But yeah,
sorry about the delay on this podcast, which should have been released this past Wednesday.
All good.
My bad. I got work stuff. And I think that's the first time I've ever been late because of the podcast. I've been late because of me.
It's all. I could have done it myself, but then it's just me talking into a camera for however long, and I figured that's the same as War Room, so I just did a War Room episode instead.
Good point. It's a good point.
I
mean, I'm glad I only missed one game this past week. I'm sad I missed the game where Rivals dominated, and it sucks because I had work. I couldn't get. I wanted to run the Apollo all day. That was my plan. The Apollo and maybe a 4 victory or some kind of sidearm.
Right.
That was the plot. And I ended up running the Star Wars blaster, which I do like. I enjoyed running the Star Wars blaster. I now am able to tear like a Rampage like blaster apart and put it back together in like 6 minutes. It's like screw, flip, open, cut, move, done. I'm out.
Yeah. So it's interesting you mentioned the Star Wars blaster because I wanted to recap on that for some of the people here. Me and Arjan both had issues with ours, not necessarily the blaster's fault. You put in a Orange Mod Works 5 kilogram spring.
Which
I did as well. We added the catch spring, which you did not.
I did not.
Did you cut any of the locks or anything like that?
I did not even cut the lock, which in retrospect, I wish I cut the nub lock on the bottom.
Okay. And then did you take out the AR?
No, absolutely.
Okay.
I never take out the AR.
Yeah, normally I never do. On mine, I did. On Arjan's, I did as well. But his, I don't believe, I haven't taken it apart yet. I don't think his is broken. I think his catch slipped.
Yeah.
because the catch is really weird. It's not like a rampage catch.
If you put the catch in, if
Mhm.
you're not paying attention, it'll seat itself like a normal rampage would, like right by the edge of the little cutout for it.
Mhm.
And after screwing with it, I noticed that's not where it's supposed to sit. And I only
Right.
knew that because I tried to put in the spring from the hard range kit, and after I was jerking around with it, it actually seats deeper into the crevice. And mine kept coming forward and popping out.
And then you can't prime it, right?
And then you can't prime it.
Yeah, because okay. So I'm pretty sure that's what happened to his.
Probably.
We just did a quick couple of test fires when we first put it together, and then I just think maybe in travel to the actual game, it got knocked out into place.
If you don't deep seat it, it's super sensitive, and it will. But it looks like when you put it in, it looks like it's where it's supposed to be, because it looks like it's in far enough. It's not like it's
right. It was really weird. Like I said, we tested out a couple of shots, some slam fires.
It's actually an improvement. Right, that's what happened to mine. I shot it a couple times, and then it stopped working, and I'm like,
what the heck?
And then I'm looking, open it up, and I'm like, oh shit, the catch popped. What? But it actually is a design improvement because it does seat the catch deeper, so that doesn't ever happen.
Once it's in correctly.
I think I'm going to cover, or I'm going to put a little piece of either putty or something in there.
Right.
Like a little tiny piece, so the catch can never move out of that space.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea for modding that.
And then
on
the
mine,
Rampage hard range kit does not work.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. What about it doesn't
And I didn't
work?
put the plunger guide in. I probably should try it with the plunger guide,
Mhm.
because they really suggest that to get the head through. But the head wouldn't even fit through the spring, so that's how.
Well, the plunger is different, right? The actual plunger itself is different.
The plunger's a little different.
Because it has like an extra lip on it or something like that. I didn't take my plunger completely out, so it has in the back. There's sort of a big red square that goes around the plunger tube.
Yep.
That is like the indicator, which it's cool. It's like a cool little feature. I took out a bunch of stuff like that were locks and other things, and I think I took out the what it actually hits to flip that back and forth,
probably,
which is fine. I was like, okay, so it doesn't indicate whatever. I played a full round with it. It was great. Started the second round. It was awesome. It worked great. I didn't have any jams. Right at the end, when we were picking up darts after 2 rounds. I dry fired it, and I heard something just go crack, and I think it's that red box. Actually, I could see it move, just free floating in there. So I snapped something. I don't know if it's when I hit the ground, dropped my gun, something. Just so my blaster got a little bit messed up. I'm going to take it apart and see what's what. But other than that, I still think it's a solid blaster. You ran it. Your game didn't have any problems. I mean,
I ran it all day. I mean, I jammed a couple times. I had some jams that were dart related.
Sure.
Because it's still it's got that. So I think I figured out when it doesn't prime right, just like a rampage. I think the inner barrel and the front faux barrel, the lip is a little bit. Sometimes it's a little loose, and the dart hits the lip and doesn't sit right.
There is nothing. I don't know if you took the barrel part apart. But there's nothing that like seats it into anything. It just is barely held in there. It's not like you could put it in and barrel just sits there. It's like flush.
I'm probably gonna do my normal mod. I'm gonna
chop
route
the
front out so it's no, I'm not even gonna chop it. I'm just gonna. It's already chopped, so I'm gonna route the front out, the hole, the exit hole, and just gut the hole inside, and then just
check the inner barrel out. Yeah, that's what that's what I meant. But yeah,
I think I'm gonna do that, and that. I mean, my rampage. My silver one that's got no barrel except for the big fake Centurion. You've played it. I never jammed that thing.
Well, I mean, after mine died, I grabbed Ray, my other white rampage now, the original, and I didn't have any problems with it almost all day.
I only messed the rampage up.
I had one.
I know when it's user error.
I had one where it just got stuck in the front position, and I had to like smack it a little bit and wiggle it, and then it primed, and I was good to go. That's actually when I was behind the bush. And you and Arjan and like 2 other people were there. And then Mike from like downtown tagged me with a dart, and all 3 of you were there.
I like the shorter stroke on it. Like I could see it replacing my Centurion because I put the from the last podcast, I put the stock with the
when he says Centurion, by the way, he means the Centurion barrel on a
Centurion
Rampage.
barrel.
Yes.
Yeah. My
yeah.
Rampage was Centurion barrel, inner barrel. I put the stock on it with the modulus clip holder stock and the Super Soaker, which is the exact same color scheme, coincidentally, as the Star Wars blaster. So, and it's perfect for my size.
And
so
he means the Super Soaker. It's the Super Soaker. What used to be the retractable stock, not the Lightning Storm.
The Raider version of the Super Soaker stock.
Yes, so it's white.
Super Soaker version of the Raider stock.
Yeah, so it's a white tube, and then you took the modulus, like you chopped all of the like flimsy parts off, and then you adhered it to that, right? So you can add that extra clip in the back.
I got to do a version 2 that's got the body work covered on it, but for a dirty quick mod, it's super stable and it holds an extra clip, which is I love that.
It looks nice. It looks like it's made to be that way.
And it's cool because it matches the color scheme. I don't really got to paint anything.
Yeah, I was like, wow, this is amazing.
I still might try. I don't think if I stabilize a modular stock, I don't think that'll be long enough for me. Because the Stormtrooper blaster is so short. But for someone that's smaller, stabilizing a modular stock,
that just might do it
with like white PVC. That might do it. Like you might be able to rock it that way and be straight.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. Like you said, modular stock just adds so much because you can add that mag in. It's nice. Yep. It's nice. I do
want to take the stock it comes with and see if I can make it collapsible somehow.
Oh, the Stormtrooper blaster?
Yeah, I'd love to try to make it.
It looks like it should be
that way.
It totally does.
I mean but that stock piece is really sexy.
It is. It looks so nice. Oh, Nerf, you need to get on making some more accessories. I hope you continue to do that with the modulus line since you're pushing it out.
So what's weird about the blaster is so with no spring, it hits 50s on the Crony.
Yep.
I ran mine through with the spring, and I'm back in the high 80s, like or mid to high 80s. Hit a couple of low, like I am with my Rampage.
I'm wondering if the spring that they include in it is not as good as a Rampage spring or a Raider.
It's not shiny, that's for damn sure.
That's what I was gonna say.
Some dirty knockoff, nasty spring.
Yeah, it's like it's not made out of perhaps the same material, and it doesn't have the same amount of force. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
We should try a Rampage spring.
Oh, we definitely could. That's what I was going to say. If we switch like a Rampage and a Stormtrooper blaster, just switch springs and see if they get each other's, you know what I mean? Then it's just a spring.
Yeah.
Because like you said.
The FPS should be a little higher because the muzzle's not as long. So you're not traveling as far of a distance.
Yeah.
Right? In theory, you might be able to get 1 or 2 feet. But yeah, that spring is garbage. But it's cool. I would what are they, $30?
I think like 30, 35, something like that.
I would say for the price around $30, I would buy it over a Rampage, even though the Rampage comes with 25-round drum, and all that stuff. It doesn't come with a stock.
Yep.
And 25-round drum, you can get 35s cheap. Like, I don't know. You're pretty much probably going to run a stick mag. Everyone says 35-round drum, it's really good value, or 25-round drum, but how many times does someone actually run one? Like, you run one.
I do. I start the game with one
once in a blue moon.
Yep.
But it's not like it's common. Stick mags are where it's at, right?
I mean, you're definitely going to be switching into stick mags as soon as you drop your 25.
Right.
For most people.
If you're going to run stick mag, I would just say, I would say since it's readily available, I would buy a spring for it, do the basic Rampage mods, and call it a day. Yeah,
I mean, it's basically about the same price as getting a Rampage, and Rampages I rarely see these days anyway.
Come by.
Unless you're getting a Sonic Ice Gesundheit.
Right.
And you get the 25, but I would rather have the stock and buy some more. You're going to buy more mags either way, like you said. Yep. That's my feelings on it. I mean, I guess if you like the vertical pump, obviously go with the rim. But a lot of people like to shotgun grip it out.
Shotgun it anyway. Yeah, you're getting the built-in shotgun grip. That's already going to save you some money.
It's surprisingly comfy. I'm not even going to lie. I thought it was going to be comfy. Since it's a little bit angled and it's small, I was like, well, it's all right for me. Maybe I'm just enjoying it because I'm a small dude. You came, used it all day, and you were like, oh, it was great.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was going to have to add some foam to it maybe. I'm like, no, this is everything the modulus handle isn't. super smooth and comfortable.
Yeah, I 100% was like, oh, B.F.U is gonna come in here like, it's good. I'm gonna craft foam it out, do this, do that.
No, I don't want to do anything to it except gut the barrel, and that's just because I think part of that's my jam seating issue, and it's only really bad darts that have the issue. I didn't have every time I jammed it, it was like a janky dart. So like with the foam sticking out on the bottom, I'm like, oh, I can see how that catches where the barrel. Like I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not a blaster engineer, but I'm gonna do the same mods, apply the same logic I do to my Rampages, which all work really. I've loaned them out. They all work pretty good. The Rampage is still a finesse blaster.
Sure.
Still gotta know what you're doing. I would not giving it to a new person is usually not a good idea.
Yeah.
You gotta know how to treat her. But I can't call them jam pages because I've never had an issue since I started using them like that, like the way everyone else had, and still does in some cases.
It's weird because a lot of people, especially on like Reddit and stuff, still recommend the Rampage. When people are like, hey, what should I get? People like Rampage. Rampage and Strife, I think, are the two most recommended blasters that I generally see. Also Rapid Strike, but I mean, if you're gonna mod it,
retail comes. I just don't like the.
Yeah.
Then I gotta buy a kit, and then I gotta buy a kit. I gotta turn it into a Rampage with a vertical insert mag.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's just me.
A lot of work.
But
I have one. I like it. But it seems like a lot for me. At the end of the day, it was a lot of work and waiting to get. The Star Wars blaster it's compact. I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. I'm good. I'll take this thing. I'll run this thing all day.
Oh yeah, it is great. I'm loving it.
So the other thing, Shotgun Prime Rifle Blaster. Shotgun Prime Rifle Blaster. I'm done. The Elite Darts are done. The $5. I'll just kick you guys $5 to be there, but I probably won't touch a Nerf dart except for I'll touch it for a sidearm maybe.
Right.
That's it.
Oh man. Geez, what was I gonna? I had something and I totally forgot where we're going with that because now I'm thinking back to Rival.
Did you see Drac using the big shot with the rival ball stuff in the front?
A big shot. Oh, yeah. I think so. Yeah.
So now someone else was mentioning, I don't know the user's name on Reddit, because you do that with a cyclone shot. Because you open up the barrels enough to get a rival ball in there, and I'm like, oh.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that would be pretty crazy.
6-shooter rival blaster. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be pretty sick. That would definitely be pretty sick. I would be interested in seeing if that's possible.
Well, I'm almost wondering if you could, could you use the stuff we insert now, and then have a coupler on it that has a wider hole so you can put the rival round in it?
Could be. You might have to drill back a little bit or cut the cylinder down, just because you can only get like this much of the dart tip sticking out, or else you're going to get a jam.
Yeah, it's true.
While it's rotating, so you just have to probably back it off a little bit. But I mean, I don't.
Oh no, you do what I did. I cut the front end off on one of mine.
Or you cut the front end off. That works too.
Yeah, I got the one with the whole front end chopped.
Oh yeah, then do that. I'm sure that'll work.
The whole bottom part's chopped off. Yeah.
Huh. That'd be pretty interesting. The other thing was because because Arjang's Stormtrooper blaster ended up messing up. He was running the what's it called? The Buzzbee Champion. I wanted to say Brute.
Yeah.
Brute is the one that I have. That thing, he was like, dude, this is awesome. It's like really accurate. I'm loving it. So, I mean, if you haven't checked out Buzzbee's new stuff, all of like their new line is phenomenal. They're getting.
Did you get the full auto?
I did. It's like $25 full auto flywheel blaster. I like it. The only problem with it is the tiniest little handle that I've seen on a blaster like ever.
That's easily fixable.
Oh yeah. So I want to mess with that. That is, if I lipo up a blaster, that will probably be the one, because it does the one thing. The one thing that I've wanted in a Nerf blaster for a while is I don't like the second. I know I've talked about this before. The secondary trigger that activates the flywheels. Trigger. I don't like the. I mean, I understand why it's there. There's not a better place for it. Don't get it wrong. Don't get me twisted. It's
right.
the old one, you had to turn it on. It was just always revving. That sucked for the barricade.
Right.
It's way better to have the rev trigger. I would just rather have a 2-stage trigger that when I pull, it starts revving and just goes. Now, the problem right now with the Brute is that you have to hold it for a second to let those flywheels, get up to speed. But
Right.
I mean, what if you throw a lipo in there, it's going to be like, it's going to rev up real quick. You're probably going to be able to get almost every shot off. And the full auto is pretty nice. I don't know what it's going to look like if you try to mod it up or, burning out motors or whatnot, because almost nobody that I've seen has been doing anything to them. But it's pretty, it's pretty awesome.
Busby's offerings this year were good. I like that. I like the mega pistol. I like the 20 round, the big clips.
Dude, bigger clips. Their darts are actually phenomenal. The new darts by themselves are great. The fact that they have full Nerf compatibility is like blowing my mind. Just like you could fit in there. So I expected when I heard Nerf compatibility, I'm like, oh, cool, compatible with other major brands like Lego and Mega Block does.
Right.
I'm like, oh, you're gonna be able to use the darts with each other. That's cool. They're about the same size. Like I did not expect the mags to be interchangeable, or at least, at least Nerf interchangeable. I have not actually tried their mags on Nerf stuff. I don't know if it's swappable.
I haven't tried either.
I forget.
I like the mega suction darts. The mega suction darts are great.
Mega suctions are cool. These little guys, I just happen to have one sitting here, are awesome. The little green tipped extreme.
Oh, the slugs?
Oh yeah, these things are friggin' nice, man. I popped a couple of these through some stuff. The foam is a little bit, or not the foam, but the I guess the circumference of the dart is a little bit smaller than Elite. So I mean, if you got an air powered blaster, that might be a problem. But when I've tried them and stuff, they've been pretty good so far.
Oh, speaking of air power, did you see Super Soakers bringing pump back?
I did, and that's cool, I guess. I mean, you're going to have to do a lot of modding to get it to shoot darts and stuff. It's not like, I don't know. Everything still seems like it has a gimmick where it's trying to like spin water around while it shoots it at you and spray in different ways. Like, just give me the old-fashioned Super Soakers that just squirt a laser of water at people, or at least make them compatible with Nerf stuff like they were doing for a hot minute where they had the stocks and stuff. The performance on the Super Soakers themselves might not have been great, but at least having that another source of, parts was kind of nice. Yep. So, is what it is. Some people will be excited. I'm only on the fence because I don't intend to ever buy one, chop it up, and make something that I can shoot a dart out of. Maybe people will do that and start shooting rivals out of them. I don't know. High-powered rifle.
That's what I was thinking.
Could be cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting. I think next year, well, we'll get halfway through the season there. I mean, unless there's a rival Christmas blaster, which would blow my mind.
That would be crazy.
Especially if it was something like a Rhino Fire, where it's got 2 hoppers feeding. Oh my God.
A rival fire.
There's no way that Nerf can't be sitting there like, we need to build a hopper. They have to be able to do it.
Well, the problem is that they named the first one the Apollo and the second one the Zeus.
Yep.
You can't start out with the king of the gods. Like, where do you go from there? What are you going to name? Either that or you just got to go to a whole different pantheon on the next line.
No, the Hephaestus could be the most ridiculously big blaster ever. Like the most mechanical, got way more flips and tricks. Hephaestus could be it, dude. And if you guys don't know what we're talking about, go read a comic book or at least that's your entryway, or read an actual book or go to Wiki. Hephaestus could definitely, that would be sick. Rival Hephaestus.
Oh, man.
And it's just this big, giant, gargantuan, crazy ass blaster.
Oh, man. That'd be sick. Yes.
Way over engineered.
I love it. That's the other thing that's interesting to me is the rival rail is different than the Nerf rail. You can get Nerf stuff to fit on it. It's not the best, which makes me so it's not like a Picatinny rail. It's not a Nerf rail. It's like some weird their own thing. Are they going to release any scopes or things for it at all? I mean, I assume they're going to.
Perpetual Play will probably release some. But I mean, I mean, they seem like they made it for the clips that hold the mags.
Right. That right now is the only thing that you can even put on them.
I mean, maybe not really scopes. I mean, it's a performance line, right? So.
Right. They know that scopes aren't going to do anything. I don't care about scopes so much as I'm like, hey, it would be cool to have, maybe a foregrip or something like that, right? Yep. On if they have a full auto blaster, it's a little bit different. I don't know, because I don't know if they're ever going to use barrels, right? I mean, since it's a performance line, like you said, and we've seen performance with barrels generally starts to plummet. They pretty much chop barrels off these.
Everything's at the front of the blaster. Like that's just, I mean,
right?
It makes sense.
It's what modders have been doing.
Do you see Nerf Boy Productions video? So there's a belt pouch for rival balls. Like it's a hard case that goes on your belt that holds that holds a bunch of balls in it that's coming out.
Oh, interesting. I had not seen that.
Yeah, he's like doing a tour of Hasbro's shop or at their toy store, and it was in at minute 5. There's like a little case that you put on your belt. I mean, I don't know. It looks jinky to me.
Right.
I don't know why you would do this over a normal dump pouch, but sure.
Hey, I still want to see them, potentially fix that issue with the 12-round mags and, rounds flying out of them if you have them and you shake them a little bit.
Yeah. So do they not fly out on a horizontal plane?
I don't. So here's my theory, and I don't know because I haven't run them yet. I'm probably gonna wait till next season. I want to see what the Apollos look like when they have a jam door or some sort of jam button or whatever they're gonna put in before I decide what I'm gonna run. But I think that if they're horizontal, right, and you're running, it's not shaking up and down. So what somebody mentioned,
it's not making the spring actuate.
Right. So what somebody mentioned in the comments, right, is you've got the tube and the spring is inside of it, and it has that little it's basically the little head on it. It's the plastic part. If you don't have it full and the spring isn't fully compressed, when you run up and down, the weight of that actually will compress the spring and then push it back up, and that causes the rounds to pop out.
Which is probably why they designed the clip holders, because they go on the blaster horizontal on the Zeus. That makes sense.
Right. That makes sense. But here's my thing. That's still kind of weird to me is that the 8 doesn't do it. Right. The smaller mag doesn't have that issue.
Maybe it's the force it's generating when it bounces. It's not as much because it's smaller.
There's the only thing I think of is that the spring is already more compressed. I would imagine they're using a different spring.
I don't know.
That, and then the only thing is, if you watch the video, the hole that the rounds actually come out of has 2 extra little wing openings cut out on the larger one, to give it more room. I don't know if that's what's causing it. That's all I got. I'm
sure they could change stuff mid-production. Yeah, if they could fix that problem. I mean, I guess if you're running a Zeus, it's not such a big issue. You just put 3 12s on your blaster plus 1 in, and you're good. They're not flying out, and then you just keep a dump pouch full because they're easy to read. I will say the one time I played with them, I liked the reloading on them.
Super easy to reload.
Maybe not the reloading of the blaster. I'm still getting used to going in through the handle or going that sideways. But man, it's almost made up by the fact that I can reload my clips really quick.
That is really nice.
I grab a handful and I'm like, stuff, done. Next
done.
Stuff, done.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing. Maybe they're like, hey, listen, we don't expect you to reload on the go the way that I do darts, where I'm throwing 1 or 2 in, and then maybe I pick some up. They're like, no, you only have to pick up 12, and then you grab the whole handful and just jam them in, and you're good. Maybe that's
there's a lot of forgivingness to it. Like the Nerf thing, you got to go the right way. Like you get used to it, right? You get used to putting darts in the same way.
Yep.
You get used to them going one way or the other. But that's after practice.
For sure. You're training yourself.
Grab the thing and just start stuffing freaking darts into it. But but the blaster's a little awkward to reload. So then maybe that's a trade-off. That means as they get better, we can see. The thing is, like the Zeus, I was thinking about a Zeus that loads from the bottom.
Right.
Which in theory is a cool idea, but you're gonna need a pusher motor and you need a pusher motor to push the ball forward, probably, or some way of doing it. And I don't know if it would get the same rate of fire that it does now when it's full auto, just kind of dumping them in, which is still the coolest. I still think it's one of the coolest looking things.
I'm wondering if instead of it going completely straight in, but completely
Angle?
straight angled, you go like at a 45, right?
Maybe.
So you can just tilt the blaster a little bit so that the handle is now like would be like at a 90. Throw it in, but then you're leveling it again and you're good.
Which is basically how the Apollo works. Because the handle's not straight up and down. You have to
Right.
hold the Apollo a certain way.
Right.
Straight?
It's pretty straight. It's pretty straight.
Angled.
I don't think so. I think I have one sitting.
You have one next to you?
Hold on. I'll see. I don't know if I do.
I could be wrong.
It is ever so slightly angled. There.
Yeah, it's angled. You can tell by the little
right, but
the backside. I mean, it's not hugely angled, but it's angled.
Right, that's what I'm saying. But if you angle this maybe just a little bit more, you might be able to not need a pusher. Right, just inside you have sort of a almost not quite a U bend, but like a little bit of a bend. This pushes the ball up, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I mean, it seems to be working as long as it gets through the motors. I think
that's the only thing.
I think round wave 2 next year is going to be pretty solid.
Right. Yeah. Man.
You know what's interesting? They're talking about the jam button. I don't see how the jam button's going to clear jams out of that thing.
I don't know if it's a button or if it's a door. Like, I don't know what it's going to be.
It looked like a button. When they were showing it, it looked like a button.
Maybe
that's just going to release the whole spring back.
That's what I'm thinking, is it'll just go bam. Either that or it's actually, instead of pushing, a jam rod in here, it's just like a little curve, and it just pops the ball out, and then you can just keep going. I don't know.
Maybe.
Oh. Yeah, just a little bit of work. You know what I dislike about these? Is this the end being slightly angled. I wish it were just flat.
Yeah.
Because it really wants to just ride up and off my shoulder.
You know where you go? You can go to Target and look for like jar cover, like the rubber jar covers, or have you ever seen like the rubber piggy bank covers? Like they're kind of flexible. Yeah. Like one of those in the back would probably fix the whole thing.
Yes, that would not surprise me. God, I love that. I love not having to. I like a lot. There's a lot to like about them. There's definitely a lot of room for improvement too. So,
Yeah, and Bobo showed the 3D printed stuff where it stops it. You can just load it on one side.
I really like that because I've had that problem when I was trying to speed load the Zeus. I already didn't like coming in from the side, but the fact that if I just put, a little bit too much stank on it, it'll just fly out. I was like, oh, come on. It doesn't even lock properly.
Which seems like it's kind of begging for an easy home mod. I mean, you know what hands you have, right? You just got to block the backside off.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you probably don't need to buy necessarily 3D printed stuff. You could do it at home, but that's nice. It's all shaped perfectly to it, so it's not going to mess anything up. That was definitely pretty sweet. The release mod that they show, the 3D printed like little release for it, is cool.
Yep.
And there's definitely a lot that I'm sure the community is going to do, and then hopefully next year, like we said, Hasbro will be start kicking something new out. They've got plans for the line. I mean, if they did it with Mega, I'm certain they can do it with Rifle. Because Mega, Rival seems to be selling well, so we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Should be good. I mean, they stuck with Vortex when no one was buying it, so we've probably got at least 3 or 4 good years of this stuff.
I would hope so. I mean, Vortex they're finally more or less killing it off. It sounds like it just sort of pops up every once in a while, like a sub line, like oh, look at the bio something. Okay, we're gonna throw a Vortex blaster in just for giggles.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. The Roto Fury. Or the Ravonix 360.
Yes.
The Ravonix 360. That seems like that shell design is ripe for some kind of Rival relaunch.
Yeah, that would be pretty interesting.
The horizontal drum design.
That
seems like it could work.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
flywheel. Like
I'm
interested
situation in seeing if they decide to do anything other than mag-fed blasters for the Rival line, because a lot of people talk about.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it'd still be mag-fed.
Huh. Okay.
So you'd have your drum,
Mm-hmm.
and you'd slide your mags into your drum.
Oh, so it's kind of like the Hellfire.
Yeah, like the Hellfire, except that the axis, not the axis is on the rotor
Right.
clamp, so the axis is on the horizontal.
Right.
That
Right.
would be like, I don't see why that wouldn't work.
That would be pretty interesting. That'd be pretty crazy. And it just goes
Like,
around firing one from
right,
each.
so if you can carry 6 12s in a drum, I mean,
Ooh.
yeah, the blast is going to be big as all hell.
Nah, make it the 7s or the 8s. I always forget how many that thing holds.
I personally want to see it with 12s, but yeah, 7s or 8s.
Well, yeah, for sure.
But 7s are, so 7s, so you got 49, so you got what, 32 shots?
Hey, you know.
Man, I don't know, man. That seems like it would be just a solid way of doing it.
That'd be pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. That'd be pretty. There's a lot of room for them to play. I don't know how very tactical they want to keep it, or if they want to just try branching out to some crazy stuff. You know, like the Hellfire.
Because capacity is the biggest drawback right now. 7s and 12s is whack.
Yeah. No.
I guess you need less if you can hit what you're shooting at, but
right.
I think that capacity. I think a drum situation would solve some of the capacity problems. Because you're just easy access, right? You just use the front handle. The front handle just rotates. It doesn't do anything except rotate it, and then it feeds once it's up.
Right. And you're zip, zip, zip. Yeah.
And then reloading's easy. I mean, even if they don't do the slide-in mags, even if they're built in,
right?
I mean, reloading is cake. Next drum.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I would like to see it where you can slide the mags in and they lock in. I think that would just be sicker because then you could just carry a pouch full of mags.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Like, all right, I'm in between combat. Let me pull these mags out. Boom, slide. Let's go. You know, it would definitely be a heavy operations weapon.
Sure.
But
it'd be cool. It'd be cool as all get out.
Rival at high capacity, like high capacity is a very scary proposition. Like that's hoppers and having 100 rounds at your disposal with a Zeus. In the 3 burst or the full auto. Like someone was saying, you know, they usually fan their blaster, right?
Right.
And if you can't do that with rival, like you can't fan it.
Right. They're like, yeah, I'm used to, you know, shooting right ahead of somebody because they're going to run into it. Don't do that. Just shoot where they are and aim on target and you'll hit them. And I was like, oh, dang, that's nuts. You don't see that.
Yeah. Like you got to reach.
Oh, he died up. I don't know what happened. Oh, and he's lost. I was almost going to say, you know what? Thanks, Google Hangouts. You actually working with us for once. And then this happened. Maybe it's because he's on a phone. I don't know. Dang. That's rough. I'm gonna text him right now while we're in the middle of doing this. I don't know if he knows he's out of the running. I'm sure he'll figure it out in a minute. Either he can still hear me or he can't. Oh, wait, he's back from outer space.
No, so the iPhone was working great, but it is sitting in the sun in the truck where I got it mounted, so it got
okay. Google Plus or Google Hangouts, you're off the hook. I was like,
man. Google Hangouts is still chill. We're good. But yeah, the phone got too hot. So luckily I carry multiple devices on me, so I was able to jump right back in from an LG Pad F.
Love it.
Switched operating systems and everything.
Dang, that's beautiful. Technology, when it works, it's an amazing. It's funny because actually I'm running this. I wanted to see if it was a little bit better. I spent all last night upgrading my machine.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've got 20 gigs of RAM in it now. I've got a solid state drive and I'm running Windows 10 just to test it out. I still have all my old setup, but
now we need to get you an Xbox One and we'll be good.
Yeah, you know.
So you can play Destiny with us.
Oh, Destiny. You guys will be so bored. Because I'll be like level 1 and you guys all be like 180. Like,
no, actually,
we gotta take
you
you
buy
through
the
this.
Taken King. You buy the Taken King, they actually give you 1 token to start 1 character at 25.
I have no idea how levels work, but I assume that's good.
Oh, cap is 40.
Oh, okay. So you're like over halfway.
Yeah, so if you took the 25 and then just played through the normal story, the first 2 stories,
right,
you would be at 36-ish within like a day. Like, I mean, because you start off so high and they give you some weapons to use,
Right.
you actually run through the first 2 storylines by yourself in a few hours.
Bing, bang, boom.
Because everything dies on one shot.
Oh, speaking of Destiny and games, that's the other thing that I wanted to briefly touch on. When are we going to get some more blasters? I know we've talked about this like 1.5 million times, but like, when is Hasbro going to license some more stuff? Because this Stormtrooper blaster was money. This is the first time they have used licensing to I don't want to say it's full potential, but they've definitely taken advantage of the fact that they have a license. I don't know if Disney came in like, listen, don't mess this up. We're not marketing this just to little kids like we are with the Avengers blasters. Like, we want something that's at least decent. You can make it a little bit underpowered because we want kids to be able to prime it, which is what I think they did with the Stormtrooper blaster. But we don't want something that's just another jolt.
Yeah, no more of your hot garbage.
Man, that thing is money. I don't know about the other two. The other one just looks like a little single shot. I didn't pick it up. And then the
bowcaster is a stringer, so
yeah, it's a stringer. But it makes sense for what it is because it's a bowcaster.
Yep. And it can be a stringer easily modded. So
yeah, I can't even be mad at that. It makes perfect sense. And the other one, like I said,
surprised they didn't redo Chewbacca's bow as like I would have thought they would have used the crossbolt somehow.
Huh? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe they wanted that individual prime, and who knows? But I'm just saying, when are they gonna start? I mean, maybe they're gonna wait and see if these Boomco Halo blasters sell, and then say, hey, that did well. Let's try to license other stuff from like video games or some stuff. Or maybe they're just gonna want to completely distance themselves from anything real firearm related, even if it's like a sci-fi fantasy game. But I mean, we've seen all the hits that people that have done Destiny mods. I'm looking at you, Drac, have done. And Boomco, Borderlands mods, looking at you, Landgraves, and Nerfenstein. I know you guys have done some stuff like that. So when are they gonna talk to these companies and be like, hey, let's just make some of these blasters? Fire darts.
True.
Just saying. Because you know why? I got to play around with the Needler. And I wouldn't run it in a game for a blaster. But as a prop, it is one of the coolest freaking things I have seen. I don't know if you watched the video or you watched Drac's video on it.
Not yet.
But so you can store darts in the back, right, where the needles are supposed to go. When you pull so they light up. When you pull the trigger, one turns off. So it looks like you used it, just like it does in the game. And then after you use them all, when you pull the trigger that last time, it relight up, so it looks like you reloaded.
Nice, I like it.
That is awesome.
I like it.
Like, the operation might not all be there, but that's cool. I want to see more stuff like that. You know, that's it. That's all we got. I don't know if there's anything else to talk about.
I got nothing else.
Yeah, let's wrap this up.
I know why you shouldn't leave dogs in your car, though.
Yeah, I thought you were just gonna crack a window, dog. Get you like.
No, the windows are cracked. It's not helping.
Oh, dang! You need to find some shade next time, bro.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, it's all good.
That's all I got. But we actually went longer than we thought we were going to, so we're good.
We really did. We started getting on that rival game and just kind of. I knew that was gonna happen with something. We always find a subject and go a little longer than planned. So, we're gonna cut it off here.
Next game for us is when?
I have to check my calendar. 17th.
Next game for Nobucon's when?
Oh, the 24th, I believe.
Let me look. 24th for Nobukon, 17th for B.U.R.N. Could be the last game of the year. Hopefully we get some rain.
Yeah, we got some, and then it got really clear, as you can see behind Mr. B.F.U over there. But yeah, Nobukon, I believe, is the 24th would be a Saturday. I think that was on a Sunday, so it's 25th. But it's that weekend. It's on our calendar. Oh, actually, I don't know if it's on our calendar. We gave them access to it. Nobukon, I don't know if you guys put anything on our calendar. I told you go for it because I forget to put it on there if it's not ours every month.
Right.
Like, we used to do HVZ.
If you're in NorCal traveling, come to a game.
Yeah, come to one or the other. Costumes are totally appreciated at either or. I know a lot of people probably won't have costumes done or purchased or whatever by our game because our game is kind of mid-month, but if you want to rock a costume, go for it. We are going to have what is likely our biggest raffle ever because we got a ton of blasters donated to us by our good friend, Sean. Not Sean, who used to be on the podcast, Sean, other Sean. You know who you are, Sean. We appreciate it. It's all going out there. We're just gonna try
Lots
to
of
get
Boomco. If you're a Boomco fan, lots of Boomco.
a lot of Boomco stuff, a lot of Nerf stuff. We got. I'm gonna try to break it up so that there's a lot more, and it's not like huge packages. It'll be like, oh, here's the Halo Boomco stuff. Here's the Doomlands stuff,
Boom.
and then like mega stuff, and then some individual blasters, so that more people can go home with more things. But it's gonna be a really big raffle. We want to kind of make it our big end of the year blowout. I don't know if the raffle is gonna return next year or not. We'll just see what we've got to give away, but we want to make it a good one. Hopefully we don't get rained out. So,
boom.
That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, Josh.
Throne.
Happy tagging.
Yeah, not bad for video.
That was all right. I think it was better the first time around. You were a little bit clearer on the iPhone, but
yeah, I switched devices, so
right. That's what I'm saying. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Later.